Hello. It's we're going to look for some gold today. That's my house, just there. So I've all of these little creeks. There's one here. There's one here. Both of those tree lines. That one. They all carried gold. Pretty silted up now, full of blackberries. This one here is chockers full of blackberries. And I've got a little bit of gold out of this branch here. I've only been down there once. It's a bit of a hike, but what we're going to do today, I don't know whether you can see it, this ridge here, I'm going to pop over the back into this main creek. It shouldn't be quite as silty. It's 5 degrees today, so it's freezing. There's actually mountains behind those clouds. We've had nearly a metre of snow at the moment, so I'm freezing. But I'm sick of sitting around, so I've got to get out and get some gold. And actually see where we're going, just down in there. So I keep walking down, and I'll show you this branch. I didn't get great gold, but it was nice, little chunky stuff. I only spent a couple of hours down there. I've been super lazy. You get used to going to, your own good spots. There was actually up here, a Chinese settlement in the 1870s. Most of the gold around this area was found to the south of here, but if the Chinese are up here, they're probably up here for safety more than anything. I remember reading that they came here once, and because there was no police, they went again, but then they came back in larger numbers. So next time I talk to you, we'll be down in there somewhere in the bush. Hopefully it doesn't rain. This is the little creek. It actually runs about 10 metres behind me back doorstep, or behind me clothesline. A bit more water in it down here, but as you can see, the blackberries are pretty thick. It's all pretty silty too, not much gravel in it, but they pulled gold out of it. There's another one that runs along there. Don't know how much gold they pulled. I had a little dig out the back of my joint. It was just dirt, but I'm right up the top of this hill, so I'll keep on going. So we're at the bush. This is how you can see this distinct trail. This is all kangaroos, deer, wallabies, wombats, foxes, everything. Like, from what I know, no one comes down here panning anymore. Probably hasn't for a long time. Last time I walked up this gully to my joint, there's a big stag in there. He must have been as big as me. I'm 6'5". So you can see how thick it gets. So yeah, you can see that dip there. That's where we're headed. I don't know how we're going to go, because this is just a little tributary here. I don't know whether you can hear it in the background. She's roaring. So that might be more a Rico mission if there's too much water in it. So we'll start crashing through the bush and see if we can get down to that. Where I'm headed actually is the branch. There's 4 tributaries all hit the one point. So that's probably a good place to have a sample pan. And this is all bush. This bush runs forever. And there's actually right back here behind this ridge, there's a gully that's named on a map, and it's in the middle of nowhere, so I don't know why they named it. So there must have been a bit of mining activity in there, so we'll see if we can find that down there as well. Alright, off to the river. I'm actually making pretty good time in here, because I don't know whether you can make it out. See the edge here and here, running right through. See it there. This is an old dray track. I knew there was one running through here, but I thought it was one ridge over. I'm making my way sort of in between the deer tracks and here. And plenty of wombat holes and everything down here. Not much quartz lying about. So I don't know. A lot of the theories through this area was the quartz, and that was actually up above and it got denuded as the rivers ran through here. But this is the creek I've been in once. It's full of red, really red quartz. Highly mineralised quartz. Much more than in the other areas. So it's funny, this used to be a highway. You wouldn't know it anymore. This goldfield, one of the biggest drawbacks of it was access. They really struggled to get in here. So they cut these tracks through from Melbourne all the way through for the pack horses. Right. I think I'm getting a bit too high on this ridge, so I'll work my way down. Alright, down at that first creek. I we've had a lot of rain, but I didn't realise this is a teeny tiny creek, but look at it. She's roaring through. I'm not sure if I've been down this far before. I wanted to show you there's a big fallen tree. I don't know where it is. It actually fallen up out of the creek. It's huge, probably the root base is probably 10-12 feet high. I actually panned a bit of gold off the bottom of it. But of course I didn't have my camera I wanted to show you, but I think that's way back there. You can see there's plenty of quartz. See how I said about that mineralisation in it. Super dark in here. I don't know whether it's worth trying to find this other. Whoa! You can see because of the silt. It can't be that far off that other creek. You can see where it clears out just here. That's got to be that valley for the main body. Now I've come this far, may as well keep going. Can always come back. I always think it's much further. I want to look out my window and go, oh, it's too far to walk. It's only taken me half an hour to get to here. It takes a lot longer to get back up that hill. There's that country rock. You can see it. Actually makes a different sound. See the bright yellow. Alright. Plenty of bedrock through here too, big rocks to move. Oh, this big sucker just here. So I'll follow this track up over this ridge. That's a good thing about the big deer, they give you a nice good track. Some massive trees down here, you can't even imagine how tall that one is. Probably doesn't show up that great on the camera. Oh, I should be doing it that way. Oh, I might stuff up my editing. Alright, we'll keep going. Alright, I've crossed over. It's bloody beautiful down here. You can see how much water's in the creek. I can actually hear that other one running. The sun's come out. Still pretty cold. So I must be right on the point of that junction where these two meet. A bit hard going. I was trying to keep my feet dry. I didn't want to walk this far in my waders. I took a slip down there, so now one boot's full of water. It isn't that bad down here, but on the way back up, it's going to be a nightmare. Alright, we'll keep going. Almost there. Oh, we're here, and it's tiny. All these months I've been looking out of my kitchen window, assuming this was the big branch of the creek. It turns out the one I followed in is the big branch, and this is just a little one. We'll have a little pan here and we'll see if there's any colour. It's a real sandy bottom. Here's something you don't see every day. Here's the creek. It was a bit too full of clay, so I only did a little pan, didn't find nothing. But you see it runs here, and it disappears. Goes underground, through here. I don't want to fall in. Comes back out there. Right there. That's crazy. Get in there. There you go, comes back out there. Wouldn't mind actually digging a hole through here. trying to make my way through to where they meet up. It's getting pretty thick. And there you go, Underground Creek. Oh well, I've done what every prospector hates doing. Falling in the bloody creek. Look at the right up to me waist. That little creek has got about foot and a half of mud. Stepped off a log to jump across this side of it, and then I went right up, look, right up to here. And like I said, it's 5 degrees. This looks like it might be the bit of an old river channel or something, or maybe a diversion from the Chinese. It's just down here. You can see that stuff already out. It's full of tiny bits of quartz. No chunks, just it's weird that look down there. They're just there. There's plenty. To give you a time frame, it's been 2 hours since I left home. And I mean, it's not long for you. A few clips ago I showed you where I jumped through that fence. There's gold right there. So I've walked all the way down trying to find that stupid junction. Got wet. Haven't found it. Did 1 pan so far. So this is more a misadventure than an adventure. This tiny one's just mud. So I've come this far. I'll see if I can find that junction and head back up. I hate prospecting. Here's the junction. You can sort of see there's a creek that runs through there, and then this one. So the junction is just there. But I've run out of. If it takes me 2 hours to get back, it's almost going to be dark. I just can't believe it was so tough getting through here. The problem is the mud. You can see just down here where I walk back up. The mud's crazy. Now you can see it's raining. No jacket. I don't even know if I'll put this video up. It's not always as easy as just going down the creek and getting gold. I've lived at that house since Christmas last year. Been down here once, keep telling myself, gotta get down there, it should be really good. And it's a bust. It's just mud. I'll have to try again and see if I can get down there further. You can see where it clears out. The walk home is seriously going to kill me. So I'll head back up this creek, I'll find a rocky bit, we'll see if we can get some gold. You can't have a video without any gold. Oh, now it's pouring! And then a long and slow walk back up to the house. Soaked, cold, it's raining. We had sleet here Monday morning, so what's that yesterday morning, yesterday morning. We're about 450 metres above sea level. Well, I'm not down here, I'm not up at the house, we are. It's teeming down. Alright, stop wasting your time and start heading back. I hope you can hear me. I found a pretty good section here, it's too much water. Look at all the bedrock. There's actually this big chunk here has quartz running through it too. It's all bedrock right along. One good thing about exploring these joints when they're flooding, as you can see the low pressure areas. I mean, look at it ripping through here and it juts out through there, but look, see back in here, there's a nice dead, you can see it actually spinning. Low pressure here again behind this rock, low pressure as it bangs in around there. So, you know, when the water's down a bit, running in behind here, digging all that out, moving that rock and digging all that out. Same as getting in here. You can see as it comes down over that waterfall, another low pressure. You can see it rotating slowly that way as it bangs off there. In here, again, low pressure. There are your spots you want to be hitting up. Can't believe how much water's flowing through here. Mind you, it was pouring 2 minutes ago. I want to get in and have a go, but I need to find a bit with a little bit less water. It's come up a heap since I walked in. It's been pouring. So this actually starts up in the farm that I live on. So, we'll go up a little bit further. I still wouldn't mind putting the sluice in. You can see how I've slipped over 1,000 times. She's pretty rugged through here. But there you go. So, in the winter, or even in the summer after a big flood, get down to your creek. You don't have to take your pans, don't have to do nothing. Just have a look and mark the spots. Take photos is a good way. And you can come back and you'll massively increase your take if you're hitting up all those low pressure zones. I really like this one, so I have to remember about it. Even, like, this hardly flows at all. The first time I come here was in the middle of summer, or late summer, and I couldn't even run a sluice in here. Getting in there would be nice, ripping out those rocks just there. We'll go out there and we'll see if we can find a nice, where it narrows down a bit. Keep promising gold. I don't know how long I've been talking to, probably about 20 minutes. You haven't seen nothing. Alright, we'll keep going. Alright, found a spot. It's not where I'd usually look for gold, but set the big sluice up. I'll just yabby pump for half an hour here. It's still raining. Clean this a little bit out and we'll see if we can get some gold out of here. I'd hate to go home without any. So, I could like to show you running, but I just can't hold on to it. My hands are frozen. So I'll start pumping and come back to you. Alright, you can see, you can set these up pretty flat when there's lots of water. This is the Eureka. I'm not sure how well you're going to see it. Find a way to hold it. When you got this much water, you can just pump straight into it. All the big stuff just blows straight out. You can see all the stuff in there behind the riffles. The disaster continued. I did about probably 15 minutes and then I bumped the rock off and my sluice slid down. So I'm not having a great time. You can see it's starting to... It's a beautiful spot. Gee, it's nice. I better get some gold out of it. I'll keep on pumping just here. Usually, you know, I'd set the sluice up there and then pick a nice spot to work, but I just can't be bothered today. I'm buggered after all that walking. So I'm just doing straight behind it, which isn't an ideal spot at the top of a waterfall. But we'll see how we go at the end. Alright, I ran probably nearly an hour for the grand result of 2 specks. It's the hardest I've ever worked for 2 specks. But that's goes part and parcel in exploring new areas, doesn't it? 2 specks, man. I've got, look at me boots, they're full of water. Got a hell of a long walk back up that hill to the house. So, that's just how it goes sometimes, doesn't it? Oh, let me get up. I can't even tell you. Oh, now look. Oh, no. I don't even know how far that went down. So there's a video of a rubbish day prospecting. I suppose it's good to look back and have a laugh about it. Oh, I'm gonna get soaked going to get that bucket, man. Anyhow, I've got a bit of time up my sleeve this week, so I'll go and do a decent video at a decent spot and get you some decent colour. So if I don't die going to get that bucket, until next time.